As the name might suggest, the basic concept of search engine optimization, or SEO, is that you need to build your site or blog in a way that makes it search engine friendly. While SEO by itself will not push your site to the top of the Google search results, without SEO the chances of achieving a top slot are minimal at best. There are two elements to SEO, and they are known as on-site and off-site optimization. And some people call them on-page or off-page optimization. And while Google in particular focuses far more on the latter as opposed to the former, you still need to make sure that your site or blog is optimized for the search engines. Even if on-site optimization is not particularly important to Google, it's important for all the other search engines like Yahoo and Microsoft Bing, and will certainly not do any harm with Google either. One element of on-site optimization that is very important for all the major search engines is the fact that your site has to feature high-quality, unique content. Now, this does not necessarily mean that everything on your site or blog has to be unique, but it's nevertheless true that the more unique content you feature on the site, the more search engine friendly it's going to be. There are other on-site SEO considerations as well, with what you need to do being dependent on the kind of site that you have. If, for example, you have an HTML website, then you need to make sure that each page of your site has a title and keywords in the header code in this area up at the top here. And you also want to make sure that each page of the site uses a different title and different keyword phrases for each page. Also, you should ensure that your main page headline is in H1 or H2 typeface, like I've done here, and also that you have an alternate image name with some of your keywords in it, like I've done here. And you want to do that for each image that you have on your website, because this helps the search engines identify what your page is all about. On the other hand, if you have a self-hosted WordPress blog, which you can install either via Fantastico, if your web hosting package includes that, or you can download it here from wordpress.org. Be sure to come to wordpress.org rather than wordpress.com if you want to download the software and install it on your own server. Now, if you have one of these, all you need to do is download and install the excellent and free all-in-one SEO pack plugin, which simplifies the on-site SEO job for you, and you can get that again from WordPress.org. Best thing is to just simply do a search on the WordPress.org site for all-in-one SEO pack, and it'll take you to this page, and it's very easy to download and install. Okay, so let's say that you have a site or a blog with lots of unique content, and that it's been constructed in such a way that makes it as search engine friendly as possible. You've given each page or article a title focused on one major keyword term, and you've also included related keyword phrases in the coding page or by using the WP plugin. Okay, now you're ready to start generating traffic, so we'll start the ball rolling immediately with a traffic method that's worked for years and continues to work extremely well today. Using articles to drive targeted traffic to a website is a tactic that online marketers have been using for years, but it's still a very effective way of grabbing the attention of targeted prospects, and it's still worth your while doing. Nevertheless, the only downside to using articles to market your business is that they often take some time to become effective traffic magnets, which is why creating articles should be the first marketing strategy that you launch. The main thing you need to come up with for your first article is a subject matter and an angle. Fortunately, this is nowhere near as difficult as you might imagine it would be. What you need to do is visit the leading article directory eZine Articles, which you can find here at ezinearticles.com, and then type in your main keyword phrase. Now, to continue with the earlier example, I'd search the site for articles about hair loss, and as you can see, if I scroll down a bit here, There's no shortage of articles that focus on this particular market niche, so what I would do would be to read the top 10 to 15 articles to get ideas that I can use for my own articles. Now, while you can't copy other people's work word for word, there's no patent or copyright on ideas, so create a list of ideas that you can use and then start writing. You should aim to create an article of between 400 and 600 words, including a main keyword phrase in the title of that article as near as you can to the beginning. In addition, this keyword phrase should also appear in the first and last paragraphs, and if you can get it in the first and last sentence, that's even better. And you should also spread it a few more times, 2 or 3 more times somewhere else in the body text. You should also try to include a couple of minor keyword phrases that are related to your main keyword term as well, because this is a tactic that's known to be particularly effective with Google. This is because Google are believed to use latent semantic indexing, otherwise known as LSI, when they spider or scan content for meaning. This essentially means that your related minor keyword phrase will help to confirm Google's understanding of what your article is all about. Imagine that you wrote an article about Microsoft. If you did so, it would be logical to mention Bill Gates in that article, which is exactly what Google would expect and look for. Hence, if there are no minor keyword phrases in your article, it's possible for the search engine spiders to misunderstand which words or phrases are your keywords, in which case your article will be indexed completely incorrectly. Writing an article of this length will probably take you between half an hour and an hour the first time that you do it, but with practice you'll probably find that you can bash out articles in 20 minutes or less. Once this article is finished, you have to create a few more supporting materials to upload to the main article directory sites with your work. The first thing you need to create is a 2 or 3 sentence description of your article, which is what appears beneath the article both on the article directory pages and on the Google search results page if your article manages to feature there. In essence, your description dictates whether someone reads your article or not, so you have to make it good. Think of it as an advert for your article and write it as such, making every bit as persuasive and punchy as you would if it was an advertisement that you were paying for. Next, you need to create a short list of appropriate keyword phrases that people might use if they were searching for information like that featured in your article, before finally moving on to creating what is known as your resource box. This is a description of your business that's added to the end of every article published on a directory site, and it's also the most important part of your article submission. Far too many marketers use their resource box to tell the reader all about them and their business, but this is something you must avoid. What you really want to do is to give the reader a specific reason why they should visit your site. They have read right through your article, so there's a reasonable assumption that they're at least somewhat interested in learning more about what you have to say. You should therefore focus on what the reader will gain by visiting your site, rather than telling them who you are or how successful your business is. For example, if they can obtain a free report or some other form of gift from your site, well then tell them so in the resource box and tell them how to get the gifts as well. You can also use your resource box to include hyperlinks to your site, and while most directories will allow you up to 3 links, you normally need to include no more than 2. The first of these links should be an anchor text link where you use your main keyword phrase as a hyperlink itself. Now, here's the code to use. You can see here you've got the code A space href equals, then you've got double quotes, and the full URL, including the HTTP, in closing quotes, and then you can see you've got your keyword, and then the end tag there, the /A. The other link should be the full URL of the page that you want the visitor to go to after they've read your article, and that should include the full works, like I just told you here, the HTTP and www, etc. And you want to do this basically because if for some reason the link isn't clickable, if an article directory doesn't allow a clickable hyperlink, then people can simply copy and paste the full code to your website into their web browser. Again, your resource box should read like an advert for whatever it is you're trying to persuade the reader to become a site visitor. If you're not sure how to do this, run a standard Google search using a main keyword phrase and just simply copy the adverts that you see on the search page, the ones that seem to be the most effective and persuasive, and rewrite them to suit your own product. Now, submit this article to eZine Articles right here at ezinearticles.com, and then wait until they publish it. And this usually happens in about 24 to 48 hours. In the meantime, what you want to do is use a free article spinner program to create dozens or even hundreds of alternative versions of the same article. And a good one to use is this software here, JetSpinner, which you can download from jetspinner.com. And you want to spend some time on this step, because the more articles you can create from the original, the more content you'll have to distribute all over the net to promote your business. As a first step to doing so, take the best article versions, all of which should be at least 40% different from the original, and post one to each of these major article directories as well. And the ones you should go for is this one, Article City, which you can find here at articlecity.com. You want Idea Marketers, which is ideamarketers.com. Article Dashboard, which you can find here at articledashboard.com. And there's Search Warp, which is searchwarp.com. And finally, Go Articles, which you can find here, goarticles.com. With each article, try including a different version of your resource box as well to test which is the most effective. And this will be valuable information for future article marketing campaigns. Articles that are published on directory sites in this way bring several advantages to your business. Obviously, the first advantage is that you can use the articles to drive targeted visitors to your site from the directory itself. In addition, however, because other webmasters can download and republish your articles in any way as long as they leave your information attached, good articles will often become a highly effective viral marketing resource. In effect, not only do you pull targeted visitors from the article directory, you also draw targeted traffic from wherever the webmaster in question has republished your article as well. Furthermore, because anyone can republish your article in this way, you have the aforementioned viral effect. On top of this, articles on directory sites and published elsewhere all generate one-way backlinks to your site, which is an incredibly important factor, especially as far as Google are concerned. In fact, generating as many links as possible to your site is the essence of off-site search engine optimization. The more incoming links you have, the more Google takes that as a sign that your site offers quality and value, which is how your content materials get pushed to the top of the Google results page. Hence, articles published on a directory site benefit your business in many different ways, which is why article marketing is such a popular strategy for generating targeted visitors. However, always remember that article marketing is also a numbers game too. The more articles you write and publish, the more traffic and more links you're going to generate. Moreover, no matter how many different versions of your article you create by spinning the original, you should always endeavor to use as many of them as you possibly can to publicize your business. You'll learn how to do this in the next video.